Yeah.
We put this on just so you'll see when I pull the bag, just so the bag slides easier.
Yeah.
And one thing about the lamination jig, that's what these are. You've got two switches. You've got the label is in and out, but it's really inner and then outer. So the first bag is going to be pulling vacuum from up here, up inside there. And so that's why I kind of wrap that so there's a wick to pull the vacuum into. The second one pulls from this little area here. And so you'll see when I do my layup, I'm going to make sure I got a wick down here too. And that's what you see down here that it pulls into. And so that's our two switches on these. They just set up as a little small vacuum. We'll pull in. It's inches of mercury for the vacuum instead of foot-pounds or inch-pounds or something like that. And so that's our gauge here. It's really not as accurate as the one down there on the vacuum itself. But, so you can feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it does get a little bit of stretch to it. And like Brad said, Brad would leave his in longer than this. And they just get even more and more as they soak up more water. I can pull them really dry. That's what, when I first did them, that's what I was used to doing. And so I can pull, they're a little bit harder to pull, but they're not as easy to break. And so really, see, I haven't done one of these in so long, I've already forgotten something. You can really, you want to get it as tight as possible. And what I'm going to do, we've got, this stuff is the same stuff as the bag's made out of.
Oh.
Used to people had to make their own bags as opposed to pre-made bags. They wasn't always like that. They would make them to different shapes, and they would actually make them where they're sealed on the top, and so we pull them all the way down and hit the vacuum. But we're fortunate enough to be able to use these and throw them away after we're done with them. But I say that because when we do one like this, we don't have to seal the end of it. We tape it to the actual metal dummy, and with this lock, we actually have to seal the top of the bag. And we do that with what is normally a piece of the other stuff that we put in the towels at the same time. So since I didn't do that, there's always ways around most everything. So I can use my extra bag down here, I can use that piece up there. This is a little bit wetter, so I'll probably start with it. They don't stick as good as one of those other pieces, but like I said, it can be used. So I'm just taping up all my ends, so I know I don't lose vacuum down there. And what's tricky about using these is the inside of the bag is stickier than the outside. So I want to use, I think this is the inside, I'm not technically sure. But so I'll hit vacuum, you can start sucking the bag. And tell me this goes here. Then where it's hitting the bag, and you'll see it suck in some of it. There and you go. Like I said, the other stuff sticks, as easy as that did, but it usually holds better. This can sometimes kill up. And you'll notice on my scissors, I've taken the point down even more, and I did the same thing on this side, because if you go up there to cut your bag, then you can poke a hole in it. And a hole can ruin the ends from the inside of the bag or the outside of the bag. Because what you want is our liquid to be, only to be able to go on the inside of the bag. Or the inside of, in between both bags. That's essentially all they're used for. And so even though you won't be able to see this because of the end pad on the inner liner, the guy will never see the inside of it probably. But I want it as smooth as possible and make it work as good on the inside as on the outside as well. This is what those are used for. And that holds your bag tight, because what you're going to end up doing is I'm going to have to poke a hole through right here to get to screw my screw down.